Good day, my name is Steve Aprido Yap, and in this video I will be presenting a comprehensive walkthrough of my CV. I am currently a second year student of accounting at President University located in Jababeka, West Java, Indonesia. Over the course of the next 10 minutes, I will take you through each section of my CV, my educational background, my professional experience, the projects I have undertaken, my language proficiencies, and my personal statement. My objective is not to simply read from the document, but to provide context, reflection, and the reasoning behind each element. I hope that by the end of this presentation, you will have a thorough understanding of my background, my competencies, and my professional aspirations. Let's begin. Before proceeding to the individual sections of my CV, I would like to provide some background that I believe to be essential to understanding the document as a whole. I was raised in Banda Aceh, the capital of Aceh province, located on the northwestern tip of Sumatra, Indonesia. Prior to commencing my university education, I spent approximately 5 years in part-time employment as a cashier. The period of professional work from September 2019 to May 2024 preceded my enrollment at President University in September 2024. I wish to be transparent about this background because I believe it speaks to the character and discipline required to transition from the workforce into higher education. My professional experience before university is not a gap in my development, it is a foundational part of it. With that context in mind, I will now proceed to walk through each section of my CV. The header of my CV presents my full name, which is Steve Aprido Yap, along with my current location in Jababeka, West Java, my contact and telephone number, my professional email address, and a link to my LinkedIn profile. These details are presented concisely and without unnecessary decoration in keeping with professional CV standards. The function of a CV header is to enable the prospective employer or institution to contact me with ease. Clarity and brevity are therefore essential. I would also draw your attention to the inclusion of my LinkedIn profile, which is in the current professional landscape. A LinkedIn present is an important supplement to a printed or digital CV. It allows employers to verify credentials, view recommendations, and gain a broader sense of one's professional network and activity. I will now address the education section of my CV. I am currently a candidate for the degree of Sarjana Akuntansi, the Indonesian equivalent of a Bachelor of Accounting, at President University. My studies commenced in September 2024 and are presently ongoing. My current grade point average, or GPA, stands at 3.28 out of a possible 4.00. Accounting is a discipline that demands precision, analytical thinking, and a high degree of numerical literacy. I have found the academic environment of President University to be both rigorous and well-structured. I am committed to maintaining and improving upon my current academic performance throughout the duration of my degree. Of particular significance within the section is my notation of my scholarship, the Beasiswa President University, which I have held since February 2024, predating the formal commencement of my studies. The scholarship was awarded by the university itself and represents a meaningful recognition of my potential as a student. For me, it carried significance beyond the financial dimension. It was a confirmation that my application and the background I brought with it was considered worthy of investment by the institution. Scholarships of this nature are available to prospective students across a wide range of institutions. I would encourage any viewer who is considering higher education but faces financial constraints to actively research the scholarship opportunities available to them. Eligibility criteria vary considerably, and a strong personal narrative can be compelling as academic achievements alone. The work experience section of my CV documents my role as a cashier held from September 2019 to May of 2024, a period of approximately 5 years at a retail establishment in Banda Aceh. I would like to take a moment to speak directly to this experience, as I believe it is a section of my CV that most requires thoughtful framing. 5 years of cashier experience at first glance may appear unremarkable in the context of an accounting degree. However, I would argue that this experience provided me with a set of competencies that are directly transferable to both academic studies and practical professional professional practice. Sorry. First, accuracy and attention to detail, the daily responsibility of reconciling transactions, handling cash, and ensuring the accounts balance at close of each shift instilled in me strong habit of numerical precision. In essence, I was practicing rudimentary financial reconciliations on a daily basis, a skill that forms the foundation of accounting. Second, professional conduct and interpersonal communication. In addition to processing transactions, I regularly engage with customers, manage queries, and maintain composure during periods of high demand. These interactions develop my capacity for calm professional communication, a quality that is valuable in any workplace. Third, and perhaps most importantly, discipline and commitment. Maintaining consistent, reliable performance in a single role for over a 5-year period requires a level of professional dedication that I believe reflects well on one's characters. It demonstrates the ability to fulfill responsibilities diligently, even in an absence of external recognition or advancement. It is my view that this experience, interpreted correctly, is genuine asset on my CV and I present it as such. I will now address the project section, which I consider among the most informative parts of my CIFI. The section documents 3 distinct initiatives each of which reflects a different dimension of my capabilities. Project 1, Wrap and Roll Bites, marketing role, from October 2024 to May of 2025. The first project is Wrap and Roll Bites, a coursework-based business initiative undertaken between October 2024 and May 2025. The project involved the production and sale of Vietnamese egg spring rolls to student population on campus. My designated role within the team was in marketing. This project was significant for several reasons. It required us to apply accounting and business principles in a practical commercial context. Specifically, the team was responsible for developing a budget, establishing a pricing structure that would yield a viable profit margin, and executing a marketing strategy to generate awareness and drive sales among our target demographics. The experience reinforced me the interdependence of financial management and marketing strategy. A product without sound financial planning will not sustain itself commercially, regardless of its market appeal. This is a principle I carry forward into my academic studies. Furthermore, as part of a team to deliver a real commercial outcome, however small in scale, provided invaluable experience in project coordination, task delegation, and accountability. Project 2, Balance with Blessing, Public Relation Role, June 2025 to July 2025. The second project is a Balance with Blessing, a social initiative conducted between June and July of 2025. This project was centered on the delivery of financial literacy education to the children of Rumah Kata Orphanage in Bekasi, West Java. The curriculum we delivered covered fundamental concepts of personal finance, including the principles of saving, budgeting, and basic transaction recording, framed within the values of Pancasila, Indonesia's national philosophical foundation. Traditional food from across the Indonesian archipelago were incorporated as a cultural medium to make the learning experience more engaging for the children. My role in this project was in public relations, which encompassed external communication, and the coordination of logistic elements to ensure the successful execution of the program. The project was personally meaningful to me. It highlighted the importance of financial literacy as a life skill, one that is not universally accessible and yet is essential to individual economic well-being. The opportunity to contribute to the development of the knowledge in children who may not otherwise have had the access it was something I regard as a significant responsibility and one I took seriously. From a professional standpoint, the project also developed my competencies in communication, event coordination, and cross-functional teamwork. Project 3, which is Compost Sheets from Recycled Chicken Waste, co-director and co-writer from March 2023 to September 2023. The third and final project listed on my CV predates my university education. Between March and September of 2023, I served as a co-director and co-writer on a proposal project considering the development of compost sheets derived from recycled chicken waste products. My contribution to this project involved the initial conception of the idea as well as the drafting and structuring of the formal proposal documents. The premise of the initiative was to identify a commercially viable and environmentally beneficial use for organic waste and produce by the poultry industry. Specifically, the conversion of the waste into composting materials applicable to agricultural contexts. While this project did not progress to a stage of formal implementation or external funding, it provided me with meaningful experience in analytical problem solving, proposal writing, and the ability to identify opportunities for innovation within an existing industry context. These are transferable skills that I continue to apply in both academic and project-based settings. Under my language proficiencies, my CV records a fluency in English language supported by an IELTS of 7.5. To provide context, a band of 7.5 on the International English Language Testing System is classified as that of a good user, denoting operational command of the language with occasional inaccuracies in unfamiliar situations. It is a score recognized by universities and employers internationally as demonstrating a high level of English language proficiency, as Indonesian is my first language. Achieving this level of English proficiency required sustained effort and deliberate study. I regard English language competency as an essential professional asset, particularly in the context of an increasingly globalized business environment where cross-border communication is a standard expectation of many sectors of commerce and finance. The final section of my CV is the personal statement, in which I have chosen to offer a candid reflection of my character and working style. I've written as follows. I'm an individual that enjoys routine. If a problem breaks me from my daily routine, I will find the most optimal solution to resolve it. I am a quiet person that enjoys peaceful atmospheres, and I will endeavor to maintain that atmosphere in any professional environment I'm a part of. I choose to be direct in this statement rather than relying on generic language. A personal statement is an opportunity to communicate who you are as an individual, your disposition, your values, and the manner in which you engage with your work and your colleagues. My preference for structure and routine is not a limitation, it is a professional strength, particularly within the field of accounting, which rewards methodical thinking, procedural adherence, and calm, considered decision making. I am aware of the kind of professional I am, and I am confident that the environment which suits me best is one in which I can perform with consistency and rigor. In summary, my CV represents a combination of practical professional experience, academic achievement, community engagement, and personal initiative. Each section reflects a deliberate aspect of my development as a student, a professional, and an individual. I'm a second-year accounting student with a scholarship, 5 years of internship work experience, and a growing portfolio of academic and social projects. I am committed to the continued development of my skills and to contributing meaningfully to any institution or organization I'm a part of. Thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. If you have any questions regarding my background or the contents of my CV, I welcome the opportunity to discuss them further. Please feel free to reach out via the contact details provided in the header of my document. Thank you.